what you can do with this is just kind of put it up here until the kids get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you got like a piece of tape or something? Yeah.
That one, yeah. Well, I'll show you because I did that, and then I had thumb went down, and then all of the lip gloss tubes fell all over the floor. It's a disaster. It was a disaster.
Okay. All right, woman. Here, let me go. Okay. So this one is here just to give you an idea of some of the foods that are going to be in this one shelf, okay? Some of the more traditional ones, there's the corn flour, so white and flint, and just like you're storing them up there, those are the best storage containers for them. Nuts, you can do any ground up hickory, walnut, any corn, any of that stuff. And whole wheat flour is a good one to go in there too because it's a nice thickener and it can go anywhere. Yeah. So skim milk powder is also good to have.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people in the house. Some days the milk's gone, but it's easy enough to just mix that up and then you'll actually, it's a high protein. You could put it in your shakes as well. Maple syrup. Dried peas, any of the split peas or yellow peas. What do you typically grow in the back?
In the garden?
Yeah.
Split peas.
Split peas? Okay, so that would be perfect just to dry them out, jar them up, or bag them even if you want to Ziploc bag them and throw them in here so that there's always a space for them.
Okay.
And even if you kind of label these, get the kids to do that too.
Okay.
It just keeps it organized. Different lentils, green and yellow.
Yep.
Very, very cheap. You can buy them in a big bulk as well. Dry beans, cranberry, bush beans. Those are all, do you grow those as well?
Yep.
Yeah, so those will, perfect. So dried corn, flint white, and the popcorns. Again, storing them in the jars. Any dried mushrooms? Yeah, so if you, do you have any that kind of grow around here that you know of? No.
Back in the bush, yeah, but not in here.
So if you want to go out and you're looking for it this year, it'd be great if you could dry them up and then you could just either
A dried puffball?
You could dry all of those up.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to eat puffballs before they turn.
We got to dry them up. That's why. But you'd put them in the stove to dry them out quick, right? You just have to remove the water out of it so that
We have a
the bacteria.
too.
Perfect. So that'd be a great way to do it. And those ones ideally stored in either like a basket or in a brown paper bag.
Yep.
No plastic for those. Dried berries. Where is she? Aw, you should go right in there.
Yeah, right in the
Of
dirt.
course. It was calling your name, wasn't it? You've got dried berries, any of the blueberries. Ideally, if you could dry it out, sumac too, because those are really. Do you do sumac?
No.
No?
We're always told it's poison, so we never eat it.
No, not all of them are. So if you do up the sumac, it's something you can use either as a quick drink with a lemonade and a maple syrup, or you could just dry it up and you could add it to, it goes really nice with different meats. And it gives it like a tangy kind of flavor. Thimbleberries, dried herbs and greens, obviously a great space. You can even keep one shelf with just some push pins in here where you could just dry them up if it doesn't get too moist in here.
You usually hang them from that thing.
From there first? Yeah. So, and then, so like mint, stinging nettle, some plantain, the mayapple.
How do you use mayapple? Because that can be poison too.
That one you use with your corn.
What time of year do you use it?
It's when the corn comes out. So it's at the end of the season.
Yeah, because you also make your tea to soak your seeds.
That's right.
That beforehand, that's when it's poisonous.
That because you're opening, you're doing it for the bugs. It's like a
it's an
herbicide.
insecticide.
Roots and tubers, like Jerusalem artichokes, obviously after the sunflowers come out. And then just your typical ones that you would easily get on the grocery store shelf. Macaroni and pastas, whole grains, just load them up in here. The kids can easily grab it when they know they're looking for their recipes. Different bouillon cubes you can use, but you guys were doing your own stocks and things like that.
Stock.
So obviously they'd be kept in the fridge once they're opened unless they're actually being sealed. And wild rice, any nut butters if you're doing those too. and all your cooking and mixing. So everything kind of that is dry and able to go into a lot of different recipes would ideally go into this shelf, so that it's just in its own space, and you know when it's empty that it needs to be replenished. But it's pretty much the basis for a lot of different ideas and things that you can make. And then obviously you can add your own on here. Anytime you buy or get any canned items, make sure they're packed in either their own juice or they're packed in water. Okay. And then you have just some different equivalents, I guess, for the recipes. If the kids are going to get into the recipes, and depending on where you get them, because the English is, not the best or easiest for them, but I mean the numbers are all still the same. So these are just the equivalents that they'd be able to look at and convert it themselves. So I also did a storage chart for you.
Okay.
And that's for them to learn again what foods can go in the refrigerator and the freezer, and for how long. Okay, and we'll put that up on this side so that they can easily know, well, if you put the date on it and it's in there, that they can know if it's been in there too long or not long enough. And sometimes that will happen, especially with you, because you're actually growing a lot of your own food, and you have a bulk, of items. So if they're sitting in there, they may sit in there for a long, long time. Your leftovers, and then the vegetables. And again, it ties into the food safety, and it also helps with the budgeting, right? If you know that these foods can always last in there, when you see it on sale, you can buy a whole bunch of it and know that it's going to last you that long, right? It's your little strawberry heart girl. How'd you do?
Pear cake and lasagna, cheesecake, pumpkin cheesecake, banana cream pie. Awesome. You have dessert for every night.
You're very good with the desserts. Yeah. So someone else, you take care of the dinner, and she's got the dessert covered. Yeah, he's got the meats covered. Really? Just the bacon? What did you pick? Chili though?
Don't forget you can only have half a cup of that.
What'd you put in your chili?
Just regular chili.
Hamburger.
Yeah? Your dad's chili? My dad's chili.
Do you know what that means? Okay. Do you feel confident when you purchase vegetables? This is perfect. Do you purchase vegetables ever?
No.
Like picking out your fruit, do you feel confident? Know what's ripe and not ripe? How about storing and serving vegetables?
No.
You don't feel confident? Okay, so let's give you a 3. That's your pre-survey. Okay, Nim, what about you? Are you confident in your ability to plan a well-balanced meal?
What does that mean?
What's a well-balanced meal?
A meal?
You think you can make a good, some good food?
Can you make sure that it's got everything you need in it?
Yeah.
Protein, blah, 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 blah. Can you hold on, we're not done yet. Can you recognize when meals are nutritious?
Yeah.
This one gets physically ill if she eats a hot dog. I am knowledgeable about foods that are, you already answered that. You've actually already answered that. What about food safety? Yeah, you already answered that. What about you feel confident when purchasing and storing and serving fruits and vegetables?
Yeah.
Very confident, somewhat confident, unsure.
Unsure.
And then we'll get into the meal plan. And then what we wanted to do with the shelf was just get the visual of it. I know you said you have kind of this shelf already.
Yeah, we just cleared one out.
Cleared one out? Okay, so this is pretty much the stuff that's going to be recommended to go in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's stuff that you can sit and it's quick access. You can make a lot of different meals with that. And it'll also help to plan your menu, right? Because you know that these are always on your menu. So I brought these for when we do get into the menu planning, and then each one you can kind of maybe do a week and see the kind of things that you like to eat, and she likes to eat.
He's gonna put.
How to hold knives and things like that. So
You get in here.
yeah, come on in.
Go around and get that chair, because then you're gonna be on a video and you're gonna look like you're 2 feet tall when Shane's.
Yeah, you're gonna look
filming.
tiny.
Okay.
Okay, so with what are some of the food safety things that you guys remember? Just say something out. I know you had some other things. What did we do first? Remember?
Wash your hands. Be careful that whatever you use is clean.
Yeah.
Clean stuff.
I can't remember.
So that's good though. There's 4 aspects to food safety. So the first one is clean, right? It's you clean yourself, you clean your area, and you make sure that the food that you're using is clean as well. So that's one of the first aspects. The second aspect to food safety is the separate. Now what do you think that means?
Make sure your food's not touching each other.
There you go. Mom was talking
I
about.
don't like it on my plate touching each other either.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, there's that too.
There's that too. But when Mom was talking about the eggs, and that's the reason you keep food separate, especially you keep meats separate from vegetables and fruits, right? So when I brought those cutting boards in here, we had 4 different colors that you could put the different foods on. So that you know this one was for the vegetables, this one was for the meats, and you keep them separately, right? Okay, so the third aspect is the cooking aspect. Now what do you think that means? Remember we're talking food safety.
What happens if you eat raw poultry?
No problem, you get sick.
There, yeah. So we're talking about temperatures when we're talking about cooking. Okay, so I'm going to give your mom what that means.
Make sure it's temperature-wise to eat.
Yeah, so yeah, you want a safe temperature for eating, absolutely. And it's just looking at, say you have some leftovers. I know Mom says it doesn't happen often around here, but maybe one day you've got some extras left over. You want to make sure that you're putting it into the fridge within 2 hours. If food sits out on the table, or maybe out on the picnic
What's the
table.
problem with going to eat at Grandma Lily's?
2 weeks on the table.
Yeah, it
she
sits
leaves
out
food out a long time.
a long time.
No one people are like, don't put this on the video. We go over there and she'll be like, "Oh, you guys hungry?" We're like, "No." Meanwhile, we're starving because we never know how long it's been sitting out on the counter.
Yeah,
She's a little old.
Should
Definitely.
feed me and then pig ears.
Within 2 hours. Do you know why within 2 hours that it needs to go into the fridge?
No.
What do you think? Think about when we talked about, the separate. Why do we separate things? Why do we cook to the right temperature?
What can be on stuff? Those little invisible things that make you sick.
Yeah, could be mold. Yeah, maybe at Grandma's house.
Starts with a B. Bugs.
Types of, so
Yeah.
bacteria, right?
Bugs.
If you leave every 20 minutes, bacteria multiplies in huge, huge numbers, like numbers you wouldn't even be able to think about. Think of ant colonies. That's how big, in 20 minutes, bacteria can grow and grow and grow. So if you leave food out longer than 2 hours, then you're growing a lot of beautiful bacteria, but you'll also be eating it. So we put it in the fridge, and when it goes into the fridge at a temperature of about 4 degrees Celsius or less, it actually slows the growth. It's like it's moving in slow motion now, and it can't grow as quickly. So that's why within 2 hours, the food that you make has to go into the fridge to make sure that it's safe. Okay?
That's why when we're done on supper, clean up right away.
Yeah.
Let the food is in the fridge.
It's not just because Mom wants to make you do something. There's a good reason for it, right? Now you know why. She's trying not to food poison you. Kind of think about it. Remember, we talked first
Clean.
about, there we go. And the second one was
Temperature
okay,
separation
yeah.
and refrigerating.
And yeah, chill, right? Perfect. So now you have an idea about what food safety looks like in the kitchen. You can go and share it with your friends now. It's always an exciting topic.
Share that with your friends.
Yeah. Canada's First Nation food guide. And I use this guide as a dietitian because it does have a really nice foundation of foods that are required in order for our bodies to grow healthy. Okay, it doesn't necessarily represent the food that we would find here in our territory, but it does try to represent the idea of we have indigenous foods. But the general gist of this is that you need foods from all of these categories in order for every single function in your body to operate. And that's when I talk about a balanced meal, when we talk about that next, this is the idea that you're looking at, to balance your meals out, to make sure that every time that you set up a meal and eat it, you're putting the best and most nutritious foods on your plate and into your body to feed it for health. Okay? So the Canada's Food Guide looks like there's different age recommendations up here. So you guys would be in the 4 to 13-year-old, right? Both of you? Yeah. Okay. Broccoli, anything like that. Squash, any of the vegetables.
Which don't like broccoli.
Half a cup, okay, is 1 serving. So if you had a whole cup, how many servings is that?
2.
Well, try again.
Well, like 3.
Oh, no, sorry, yeah, you're right.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Half a cup is 2 servings. 1 cup. Half. Okay? Perfect. Okay?
How many servings of cheese did you just eat then?
Think about your
Quarter brick.
yeah.
No.
Well, then you're good for your
You don't
dairy.
need any more cheese for the day.
Yeah.
It was that thick and like that long.
Yeah.
No, but I had another one too.
That's
It was just
You're done your milk for the
for
day.
the day. Okay, and the last category is the meat and alternatives. And
Look at in ratio, look at in relation to the serving size. What do you need to eat the most of?
Meat. Tuesday.
Draw a picture of it. They can't write in English.
Yeah, I can. I can. I can't.
No,
spell
you
it.
can draw a picture. Yeah.
I can't spell it. I can.
Or even just, what I'm going to do is give you pictures and point to pick. Okay? Again, thinking about the balance, you have to know,
Tuesday.
there's your column is here, and mom's and dad's columns are over here. Okay? That's mom and dad, but that's you. So you guys think about your plates and what you want. Okay?
This is 5.
Right, this one?
5.
Top 5 to 6.
Oh, the
The
mesh
B and
the
M.
mesh is in
meal?
that one.
For the week, for that day?
Yeah, for whatever day you
Okay.
want, and you can use some of these. Look at the pictures in here, and you can pick a dessert, you can pick whatever. Yeah, there's lots of different stuff in here.
Oh my god.
Okay?
This is like amazing food.
I picked these ones because they're really easy. They're very quick. You guys can follow
These
the
ones are?
instructions. Yeah, all of these recipes in here are very, very easy to make.
Like an hour tops.
Less than. Some of them are less.
Hungry, so I didn't get lunch yet.
So you already got food on your mind?
Yeah.
This is making me hungry. Oh, it might be on the food. Oh, Jello. Oh, we have Jello in the cupboard.
Jello pudding is a good snack for you to have. Again, it has the milk in it. When you make it yourself, it's usually better. So it doesn't have as many additives in it. But... Okay, Mom's got a pumpkin smoothie with kale. So she's got kale, she's got pumpkin. Where do those belong?
Okay,
This
go ahead.
one.
Where's kale and pumpkin belong?
I think pumpkin belongs in this one. And
Okay,
then
yeah.
kale belongs in that one.
Yeah, so as long as Mom's having at least half a cup.
Raw organic pureed pumpkin.
This
Okay.
cheesecake.
There is, yeah, it looks like it. Kale. There's coconut milk
Okay.
and a little bit of almond milk in it. There is nutmeg and cinnamon just sprinkled on the top flavor.
Okay.
And there is a dash of On Guard essential oil
That's a lemon.
in it.
This is not substantial enough to carry you to that point. Even though you're not very active, but you still need a really, really good breakfast in order just to carry you. And it's about the timing too, when you're actually eating these, like what time you have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and kind of spacing it out, making sure that you're not waiting longer
Usually
than. Again, it's the amount that you have. Wild rice casserole and fish. What else is in the casserole?
Oh, there's tomatoes in it, there's celery in it, there's peppers in it, there's mushrooms in it,
Perfect. So there again, another 3 out of 4.
and there's cheese on top if you
So
want to add
there you
cheese
go.
on the top.
4 out of 4. Perfect. Almonds. With what, your bacon? No.
You gotta have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks.
Wait, so
Do you
I
want
got,
some toast
got
with your bacon? Because then you'll get the
Lazy
grain
Lasagna
product. Or you can
dinner.
have some
No,
cereal.
pancakes.
You can have pancakes.
Probably
Yeah.
some vegetables.
Maybe remember the pancakes? No, he won't. Here she comes. Look. Mom. Look how fast she's going. Oh. Very cute.
Nice paper now.
Oh my god, caramel nut cheesecake.
Okay, girl, with the cheesecakes, it's enough.
You know where the cheesecake goes?
I need
Straight to
what
your
are
butt.
you doing? Okay. I need you to make. Can you make? Are you making breakfast now?
She's eating bacon and eggs.
There's some really
No
nice
Bacon and
recipe for the.
Mummy.
Like this.
Oh, breakfast
Chicken
tortilla.
and cheese. Yeah, you can do that.
Breakfast quesadilla. There you go, quesadilla.
Quesadilla.
Oh wait.
I used to call them quesadillas.
Quesadilla. Oh, quiche. You can do quiche for dinner one night.
Oh, quiche. I love quiche. That was the